Shalom, shalom, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Pulse of Israel. I am not in our eternal homeland in Judea and Samaria or our holy ancestral capital of Jerusalem. I'm in Sin City, Las Vegas, for the Republican Jewish Council Committee Annual Summit, sitting with Israeli Ambassador to the United Nations, Danny Danon. Shalom, Danny.
Shalom, thank you for having me again.
It is a pleasure. The last time I spoke with you was in New York City around half a year ago, or it was near after you started your candidacy at the United Nations. Here you're well into it. There's now a Trump-Gaza peace deal, which we know is really a hudna. The war's not over. We have to be ready to do what we have to do. What is your input from the United Nations and the change for Israel that this deal has done?
Well, first, we are very happy that the hostages came back home. Those who are alive, we are committed to bring the foreign hostages back home also. Hamas breached the agreement. They lied to us, they lied to the negotiators, they lied to their people, but we don't have expectations. So we will put more pressure on them to make sure we bring back all the hostages. And I think the second part is a complicated one, the disarmament of Hamas. That will require a lot of pressure. And, I'm skeptical about it because, to expect Hamas to come and show us where the tunnels are or to give away the RPGs, they're supposed to do that. And we'll have to wait and see.
My assumption is that they are not going to disarm. They are not going to give back all of the dead hostages, knowing Hamas and their tricks they play. So the question to me that I'm going to pose to you is, do you believe we're going to have the support of the Trump administration to do what is necessary to totally destroy Hamas, destroy the tunnels, disarm, demilitarize Gaza, when the Trump administration recognizes that they're not doing it and no one else is going to do it except for us?
We accepted the agreement. It was a painful one, to release the murderers. And another part of the agreement were not easy for us. But we decided to take it because we wanted the hostages to come back home. And I agree with you. If it will fail with diplomacy, we will have to apply other means. But we have to achieve those goals. We cannot and we will not allow Hamas to stay in power. They have to understand it. They can play games, they can delay the process, but they will not stay in power.
And at the United Nations right now, you have a front seat view to what's going on in the international diplomacy. What's our biggest challenge at the United Nations that you're facing?
We faced a campaign of trying to delegitimize Israel, to isolate Israel. I think now we will try to come back to where we were before October 7th. I'm optimistic about that. I think many countries appreciate Israel. And also the fact that we won the war. We lost the fight on October 7th. We have to admit that. But we won the war. We showed our capabilities when we attacked Hezbollah, the attacks in Syria, Yemen, Iran, and Gaza. And I think in the Middle East, the countries respect strengths. And today it's a good opportunity for us to expand the Abraham Accords with the moderate factors. Not with those countries who support radical ideas, but with the moderate countries, I think we have an opportunity.
Yeah, my view is no. When I say we're winning the war, we didn't yet win the war because in the Arab Muslim Middle East, you don't lose until you lose land, and that's the real deterrence. So I'm about making Gaza Jewish again. That's the real deterrence when they know we lose. Please God, that's going to happen sooner, better than later. But in the meantime, we're now here in Las Vegas, Republican Jewish Coalition Summit, and one of the major issues is the growing anti-Israel, anti-Semitism in the Republican Party. Again, you're a front seat view here of American politics. Any insight from you in terms of this new challenge that we have to deal with?
Well, unfortunately, anti-Semitism is here in the US, both from the left and the right. The candidate to become mayor of New York saying he will cut ties with Israeli Technion, ridiculous things. We hear, right-wing media celebrities blaming Israel for trying to control the US. Crazy stuff. Right. And it's unfortunate because even on October 8th, before we were able to count the bodies of October 7th, we saw those people marching on the streets against Israel. So we have to face it, and we have to demand accountability. We have to demand from the leaders, not only to say we are committed to fight anti-Semitism, but to take real actions to indict those who support hate crimes and commit hate crimes against Jews. And the Jewish population in the US, it's a tiny number, right, but the majority of hate crimes are against Jews. It is a problem.
Now, we're about to enter the Shabbat here in Las Vegas, the United States. Parshat Lech
What a place!
What a place to be for Shabbat. Unbelievable. I can't wait to get home to the holy Judean hills. But in the meantime, Parshat Lech Lecha, what words of inspiration do you have for the Jewish people in Israel and abroad, connecting with the messages that we're now dealing with in the Torah of God telling Avraham, the Jewish people, Israel is our homeland. Let's go home.
I think we proved our commitment to win, our commitment to build the land of Israel, and our commitment to prevail. And I think in the Bible it said that after each war the land was quiet for 40 years. So I hope it will be the same now, that after this war we're going to have a peace for at least 40 years. I'm not sure it's the case. I think we have to be ready. Even though we proved our strengths, we have to be ready for the next challenge, because our enemies are still there. Hezbollah, we degraded their capabilities, but they are still in Lebanon. There are still Hamas in Gaza, and in other areas in the Middle East. We have threats. We have to be ready for that.
Right, and the other story that takes place in this week's Torah portion is the first story of a Jew going to save someone taken hostage. Avraham goes to war to save his brother-in-law Lot. And yes, he went to war to save him, and he saved him. And we have to bring that spirit back in the Jewish people. We did Entebbe. We didn't give away any prisoners, terrorists, to release our hostages. We took a military action, and please God, thankfully, our soldiers today are doing that as well. And thank you for being a soldier on the front line of the international community.
Thank you very much, and I hope to host you at the UN next time you come.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you are not yet a subscriber to our daily, belief-based, inspiring, politically incorrect, truthful videos about Israel, the Jewish people, and the freedom-loving world, what are you waiting for? Go to pulseofisrael.com and click to subscribe today. And yes, we are a donor-based operation. We need your donations for support in order to make these videos and get our videos seen and do all the work we do. So every once in a while, whether a large donation or a small donation, just go to pulseofisrael.com and click on the donate button. Shalom, everyone, and thanks for watching.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.